Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Now, just before I forget, gonna remind you to take a mental health break if you need one. You know, if these subjects are a little bit dark for you, then take a mental health break. I do. I go to At the End of the Days channel with Bella and hang out there whenever she goes live. Same with Kinda Whatever, Jenny, Lottie. These are both very nice communities, very pleasant, very friendly, kind, and fun and informative. So, you know, if you need a little bit of a break, there's recommendations for two channels. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to play this video and I'm going to sit back and then I'll comment on it afterwards. But essentially, it's about a Sunrise Police Sergeant whose name is Sergeant Christopher Police, and he assaults his colleague. So we'll watch the full video. So, spoiler alert, he grabs his colleague, who is a lady police officer, by the neck. Not the best thing to do. So we'll have a look at this video. There is a link in the description. This is from wsvn.com. Just want to be very clear that this is for fair use. 7 News Miami, they get all the credit. All I'm doing is just playing the video and saying a few words, that's all.
Sunrise Police released this body camera video to 7 Investigates after a tip led us to ask about a November 19th incident. Citing an ongoing internal affairs investigation, the department turned off the sound and obscured almost all the faces, except for one, Sergeant Christopher Police.
When he went up and put his hand on her throat, what was your reaction?
I find this behavior to be disgusting. I think the video speaks for itself.
Just a minute earlier, the body cam shows a man being walked by officers to a patrol car. He was being arrested for aggravated battery after police say he hit people outside this convenience store. The man under arrest is already in handcuffs, but officers appear to be having difficulty getting him into the car. Around that time, Sergeant Police pulls up and walks up to the suspect. Sunrise Police Chief Anthony Rosa says he could not tell us what the sergeant said, but says it made the situation worse.
I find it to be inappropriate and unprofessional, because what he did is he escalated the situation when calm was actually required.
You see the cuffed man back away in the back seat as Sergeant Police leans into the car.
And we saw that he had pepper spray in his hand. Was he threatening to use that on the cuffed suspect?
The pepper spray was out and aimed at the suspect.
Suddenly, an officer races towards the sergeant and pulls him by the belt with both hands away from the car. Sergeant Police, pepper spray still in one hand, grabs the officer with the other and pushes her against a patrol car.
The initial contact between the sergeant and the officer was his hand against her throat.
Watch again from both camera angles. It's quick, but the sergeant's hand is at her neck before moving to her shoulder. Seconds later, he walks back to the car with the cuffed suspect, opens the door, and closes it before pointing at the officer and saying something. Chief Rosa says the young officer did the right thing.
So I'm very proud of this police officer. She took some definitive action. I can only imagine what she must be feeling. She's a newer officer, and he's a very senior sergeant.
Just how new? The 28-year-old officer, who we are not naming, has been with Sunrise Police for just over 2.5 years.
Okay. Well done, lady police officer, for doing the right thing. You know, she stopped that the guy being arrested from being maced, pepper sprayed unnecessarily. So well done to the lady police officer. I guess well done to the chief, the police chief, Rosa. You know, he's got a good take on things. He's praising the fairly new lady police officer. He's scolding this roided up, allegedly, potentially roided up thug of a police officer. So well done, Rosa. But, you know, Rosa, this police sergeant is under your command. So, you know, you have to take some responsibility for that, mate. What else has he been doing, you know? So, but the real star of this show, in my mind, is the body cam. So well done, body cam, for capturing this incident. I guess whoever's in charge of releasing the body cam footage, maybe that's Rosa again, I don't know. But whomever is, well done, that person or policy. But yeah, I support the lady police officer. She did the right thing, I think. And she even goes to put her arm around the roided up guy. Just, there we go, you know, an arm around the side, just to, I don't know, I'm guessing in an attempt to calm him down. You know, maybe as way of an apology for feeling the need to intervene. But you know, she did the right thing. He was storming in aggressively. He was escalating the situation, not calming it. He was being a fucking twat. She did the right thing, and of course, he, being a roided up little twat or big twat, can't control his emotions, and he immediately gets overly physical. What a brave little boy, getting overly physical with a woman who's, you know, I don't know, I'm guessing a good 100 pound lighter than him. Yeah, well done. You're so brave, Mr. Police Officer. Mr. Roided Up Police Officer. Well done. Anyway, there's that article. I thought it was kind of interesting. But again, star of the show for me is the body cam. Captured it all. So if these body cams are used and if they're released or forced to be released, then we would hope that it would put an end to such poor behaviour. I don't really like the term unprofessionalism. I think it's a term which can be bandied about needlessly, but that was just bad behaviour. It wasn't helping. I mean, I guess unprofessional does fit. So let's hope that cancel culture steps up its game and goes after this white cop